My name's Alison Parker. I'm a domestic abuse advocate working for the U Trust as part of the Dragonfly project. And I know that you know all about the Dragonfly project because you attended one of our workshops 2 or 3 months ago.
I did.
Yeah,
I very much enjoyed it. Yes.
you did. Okay, so where did you hear about the workshop?
So originally I heard about the workshop in a women's business group, Hampshire Women's Business Group actually. And someone had suggested, I was looking personally for a charity that meant something to me, hit me in the heart, because I am all about giving, and I grew up with domestic violence. Therefore, the charity I was looking for had to not just include women being treated badly, but men being treated badly, and the elderly being treated badly. So on so many aspects, I was looking for a charity that would deal with all of those, and so many only deal with domestic violence against women. And I heard about your charity that was all inclusive, and as my business is very all inclusive as well, it was important to me to find that with you guys, and I found you.
And how did you find the workshop?
On the back of a toilet door.
Go on. I think you might need to elaborate.
And whoever was promoting the U Trust at that time, it was on the back of a door, and it came to me at the right time when I needed to find it.
That's fantastic. I wonder who put that there.
I would love to know the person that goes to Bishop's Waltham and puts the stickers on the back of the toilet door, because that person saved a life that day.
Yeah. And would you encourage people to attend the workshops?
Absolutely. You actually, I contacted your colleague first.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, she was unable to attend, but we got yourself, which was amazing, and you delivered to me and my co-workers, as well as other people, members of my family, that wanted to get involved, that had all been through this. We attended the workshop, which was, you stated it would be 3 hours long. Obviously, we were very lucky. We had we went through that 3 hours, but we may have asked a few more questions of you than you needed that day.
Nice.
But we got to ask you a lot of questions, and it's amazing to learn how many different forms of domestic violence there actually is. I myself have only experienced 2 of those, but there are many more, which I'm sure you wanted to tell people about.
Well, yes, because I mean there is financial abuse, isn't there?
Yes. And I didn't know about that.
Oh, right.
I knew about certain domestic violence, but not financial abuse.
So what did you gain from the workshop that you attended?
The workshop was amazing. It taught me a lot about different types of domestic violence, which I wasn't aware of before.
Should we name
and
them?
How? Yeah.
So there's financial, wasn't there, that we've just discussed?
The financial, yeah.
Emotional abuse, which people often think is not as bad as physical abuse, but the scars last a lot longer.
Yeah.
So being constantly put down, those scars last forever, don't they?
Yeah. We probably in our family experience mental and physical, but we haven't experienced the other types, which can be just as detrimental. But mental is probably the worst kind of abuse that you can suffer. because it does play with your mind.
And of course, people don't think about coercive control, but in 2015, it became, people could be prosecuted for it. And coercive control is an act or a pattern of acts of assault, threats, humiliation, intimidation, or other abuse that is used to harm or punish or frighten their victim. And without coercive control, the other abuses can't take place. Financial, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse will not take place without coercive control.
Yeah. And yet it's been around for years, hasn't it? Like, loads of different forms. We've managed to I guess in some ways some people have learned to deal with relationships, and I guess this is passed down from the man always being the breadwinner and the woman staying at home and looking after themselves. And once that has changed in this society, men, and we all know men like to be needed, so do women like to be needed, but in different ways. And maybe this is a way of being controlled in a different way because they no longer have control in a different aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, and what sort of experience have you had with, have you been able to talk to anybody about being a champion?
So luckily, with the aid of your pin,
our beautiful pins,
which has become what?
It's a registered trademark.
It has. So the registered trademark, much like a cancer pin or other pins that are about, the pin has, there's been a lot of questions about our pin, and me and Laura wear it as much as we can, and we put the poster in the window as well. So we've been able to educate people in the way that you educate people, I know, in your education systems. We're telling people what we do. We're here, I guess. Laser Couture is all about being a safe, inclusive space, which is really important to us. So anyone that comes here, there is no bias, there is no judgment. When they come here, feel free to say what you want to say. And people have come to us because they feel comfortable saying what they need to say. And that is with domestic violence, with being transgender, all of those kind of things that they go through. And we're very lucky to have used everything that you've educated us with to transform and show people the way. Like you say, we listen more than we normally would.
It's about active listening, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's always, I always think of you when, like, I listen a lot anyway, but it's more transformed now that you said it in a educational state, which we like to take on, and we listen more, try and, if we can direct someone in a way that we think would be helpful to them, then great. So yeah, becoming a champion's been amazing. We've done things, we've changed things in the clinic, we show things that may help people, like the pin badge, like the sticker, like we talk about things that they want to talk about rather than talking about what we've been doing or how's your holiday. But yeah, that's hopefully how we've helped and educated people.
So I know from all the workshops that I've done that we've reached a wide range of people. But if there's anybody listening to this who who would you encourage to take part in these workshops?
Everyone.
Yeah.
It's not down to a man or a woman, or there are men experiencing domestic violence. There
Yeah.
are women coping with domestic violence. Everyone deals with this in such a hugely different way. And everyone, and the elderly, that's another thing that doesn't
Yes.
get discussed. Like, there are so many different ways. I would encourage everyone that can help. And if you have a little voice inside of you that says, please help someone, be part of that system that can help someone.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay to do anything. You don't have to deliver anything. You just have to give a bit of your time. And a bit of your time is worth more than anything you could ever give to someone. And that's listening, taking a workshop, or acting.
Thank you. Have you got any last comments before we finish this?
Just support something you believe in. Be part of something you believe in. I believe in the U Trust. I believe in what I've supported. Be behind something, and when you get behind it, give it your all. And if you want to leave a situation that is so not you anymore, if you want to be free, if you want to get away from things that are hurting you, you can do it. You are someone, you are worthwhile, you are worthy. Get out there, do it. And approach us, me, Alison, anyone, talk.
You can find us on Facebook. Well, people are listening to us.
Find you on Facebook,
yeah. Okay.
Tell us all the bits that. Tell us all the Facebook. You've even opened an Instagram recently, haven't you?
Yes, that's a new. Yeah, and people can go to our website. We've got a website. The U Trust has got a website. That's brilliant too. So what I would like to say to you is thank you for attending our workshop, because you and your team were amazing.
Thank you for inviting me.
No, you were a real pleasure to have on a workshop. Okay, and thank you for this idea, bringing us on here and doing an interview. Thank you very much.
No problem, anytime.
And I'll speak to you soon.
Definitely.
Take care.